incorporate it and learn it in 2025. Let's get into it. Number one, managing finances. We not young no more. We not kids no more. We not little boys no more. You know what I'm saying? Our parents is not going to take care of us for the rest of our lives. It's time to start managing our finances right. It's time to start actually taking some accountability in our accounting. You know what I'm saying? It's time to start actually looking at the books and actually know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? If you was in the unfortunate position to grow up in a family that really didn't have their finances in check, you can't blame them no more, bro. It's time to pay off that ignorance debt. What is ignorance debt? Ignorance debt is basically paying off the fact that you did not know or they did not know how to manage their finances. Just because they didn't know doesn't mean you don't have to know, bro. We are in the age of YouTube University. You can literally type in a couple of words and learn about anything, you know what I'm saying? Whether that be credit cards, whether that be a budget, whether that be spending, whether that be anything like that, bro. You can literally type it up on a computer and learn a lot about it. I know a lot of times we'll be on some shit where we scared to confront the problem. I told y'all this analogy before. I'm gonna tell you it again. Buffalo and cows do the same shit when a storm is coming. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they both can sense when a storm is coming, but they do two different things. A cow run away from the storm, a buffalo run into the storm. The buffalo make it through the storm faster because he went head first. Then the cow is constantly in the storm because he's running away from it and running with it at the same time. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to be a cow, you want to be a buffalo. You want to face the problem head on, because as soon as you can face it head on, the sooner you will get out of it. You know what I'm saying? So don't be scared of that shit, bro. Face it head on and get it right. You know what I'm saying? We grown. We some adults, bro. Let's get that shit situated. Number two is prioritizing health. This is a big one, especially from growing up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you young, you damn near unstoppable. You damn near invincible, bro. You can do a lot of stuff that you're not going to be able to do when you turn 30, 35, 40, 45, bro. There's a lot of stuff that we can do right now. In 10 years, we're not going to be able to do. For example, you can get up and play basketball the hardest ever and go to sleep and wake up in the morning and not feel nothing. Twin, when you get older, ain't none of that. Look at y'all dad. Can y'all dad move the same? Y'all dad probably be limping and more shit. You know what I'm saying? You want to prioritize your health. Go stretch. You know what I'm saying? Stretch before you do anything. You know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't gonna cap. I got caught up in that shit, bro. I was on shit like younger, bro. I'm a very athletic individual, you know what I'm saying? So younger, I'm on some shit where, oh, we hooping? Oh, we playing football? Let's do it. I'd be laying down, get up, go play my best game of football. You know what I'm saying? And that shit caught up to me, bro. Last year, I was on that same shit. I'm working out every day. I'm going to the gym every day. I'm doing what I do every day. And I ain't stretching for shit. You know what I'm saying? And I started hooping. And I'm out that bit dunking. I'm trying to dunk. Throwing lots to myself, catching that bit. Breaking the dunk. I'm throwing that bitch at the backboard. One time I went up, I just heard a pop and my damn knee pop. I'm like, what the fuck? I ain't never felt that in my life. You know what I mean? And I'm the type nigga, bro. Mind you, when I went to the doctor for it, they was like, oh, you young, you gonna get over it. But that was a wake-up call for me, though. Because one day I'm not gonna be young and be able to get over it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, I gotta start thinking about this more. I went to the gym today. I stretched my ass off before I hooped. You feel me? So that was just a wake-up call for me. And that should be a wake-up call for y'all, bro, to actually prioritize it. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether that's eating healthy, whether that's working out the right way, the proper way, you know what I'm saying? Whether that's getting enough sleep. Prioritize it now, because we don't have to. We are young. We are superheroes right now. You don't understand. If you don't believe me, ask your dad. Watch this with your dad. And your dad gonna tell you I'm telling the truth. When your dad was younger, bro, he could do a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Now, he can't do those same things. He probably get out of bed a little slower. He probably can't run like he used to. And that just come with time, bro. Father time is unbeaten. Unless you LeBron. But even LeBron going through it right now, bro. You feel me? You got to prioritize your health early on, so later on in them later stages, you'll be straight. And that's eating right, too. Like, we can literally eat whatever we want to. We can drink alcohol, and we can wake up the next morning and feel amazing. Take advantage of that, bro, because one day that shit's going to stop. It ain't stopped for me yet. I can still, you know what I'm saying, drink with the best of them and wake up like ain't nothing happened. But I'm cognizant of the fact that that's not going to, you know what I'm saying, be the case forever. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, that's a big one. Number 3 is mastering emotions. This is a big grown man habit, bro. Mastering emotions, emotional intelligence is a big grown man habit. Actually knowing how to speak to somebody emotionally. You know what I'm saying? Actually comfort somebody emotionally. Actually be there for somebody emotionally is a huge cheat code in life. This is something that up until this year I ain't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? I got put onto a book. It's called Emotional Intelligence. When I was reading it, and I'm like, damn, my emotional score is just ass as hell. But me reading that book made me become a lot more emotionally intelligent, and all of my relationships actually got better after reading that book. And when I say relationships, I ain't talking about just with girls. I'm talking about friendships, relationships. Nigga, me, how I talk to my mom, how I talk to my sister. Like, it all got better because I understood human nature a little bit more. You feel me? Emotional intelligence is a big thing to have in your life. Number 4 is going to be self-discipline. As a man, you need self-discipline because as a man, nobody cares how you feel. I know that sounds real bad, but nobody cares how you feel. Like, think of it like this, bro. If you got to make some money today and you sleepy as hell, you tired, what you going to do? Is you going to go to sleep, or is you going to go make some money so your people will be straight? Bro, you got to go make that bread, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the only way you're going to make that bread is if you have self-discipline. Self-discipline is doing something that you don't want to do because it's going to further you in whatever journey you in. You know what I'm saying? Right now, for me, bro, it is 1:35 in the morning. 1:35 in the morning.
It's time for you to go ghost, bro. This is one of the last levels. You know, when it comes to self-improvement, we know who's really self-improving. We know who's really working when you can't even reach them. It's like, man, I'm trying to call my homeboy and I can't even reach him. I'm trying to call my friends. I can't even reach them because they're locked in, because they're really doing the things that they need to do to take their life to the next level. That doesn't mean that you can't call your friends. It doesn't mean you can't contact them. It doesn't mean that you can't talk to anybody. But it just means that you're locked in and you're finally putting your purpose first. You got to just elevate in silence. You don't even have to tell people what you're doing. You're finally just pouring back into you. You're finally giving your life the time and attention that it deserves, that it needs in order for you to elevate. You don't have to explain yourself to nobody. If you don't want to answer that phone call, you don't have to. You can send a message afterwards. Hey, man, I'm just locked in right now. You know, I appreciate you calling. You know, I'm busy right now. I'm busy giving myself time and attention that I need so I could grow, so I can evolve, so I could be the best version of myself, because I know that y'all give so much of yourself to other people. You give so much of yourself to your friends, to your family, to your peers. It's not that you don't love them. It's not that you don't want to check up on them. But right now it needs to be you and God. You have to figure out your life. You have to figure out what direction you want to go into. You have to figure out your passion, your purpose. You have to get that clarity that you need. And in order to get that clarity, it has to be you and God. It can't be you and everybody else. Sometimes you have to separate yourself from the world so you can find out who you are again. Sometimes you have to refocus, regroup, rebrand yourself. You have to go through the journey of darkness so you can find yourself again. You got to go through hell so you can find the light that's within you. Going through these tough times, this darkness. A lot of y'all going through that already. And you making it harder to find the answers that you need, because every time you're supposed to be diving deep into your heart, into who you are, figuring out how you could get out of this mess, talking to God and connecting with him, you on the phone all day. You on social media all day. You keep distracting yourself. So when I say go ghost, I mean cut off the distractions once and for all. Focus on you once and for all. Focus on the things that you need to focus on once and for all. The distractions is just temporary pleasure. It's taking you away from your purpose. It's taking you away from finding who you need to be. That's what it's there for. It's there to distract you. It's there to distract you from diving deeper into finding out the person that you need to be, the man that you need to be, becoming the man that you need to be. Because the truth is, you already know that you need to be purpose driven. You already know that you need to be locked in. You already know that you need to be focused. You already know that you need to be disciplined. So what's stopping us from being those things? What's stopping us from embodying discipline and consistency? It's the distractions. We always on the phone. We always entertaining people. When we gonna entertain ourselves? When we're gonna lock in for us? When are we gonna do what we need to do in order to elevate? When are we gonna focus on ourselves? A lot of you guys are scared to focus on yourselves. A lot of y'all are scared to do the things that you need to do in order to bring you to the next level. Y'all scared to do the things that you need to do in order to bring you to the next level. Right? See, life is happening for you. It's not happening to you. So when life is happening for you, it's giving you the experiences that you need to take your life to the next level. But you keep distracting yourself instead of doing the things that you need to do. You need to do that. You need to go to the gym. You need to be fit. You need to work out. You need to take your 10K steps, 20K steps. I just took 20K steps today. That's not a flex. That's not a brag. I just want to show y'all. I want to be the proof. Show y'all right now. Let me take my watch off. I want y'all to see that. Because I'm never going to tell y'all to do something that I'm not doing. Let's see if we can get it to focus. Right? 20K steps. Okay? I'm never going to tell y'all to do something that I'm not doing. I want to see y'all step. I want to see y'all get to walking. I want to see you live your best life. But it's going to take some discipline, some consistency. It's going to take you going ghost. You don't got to explain to nobody. You just got to explain it to yourself and understand why you're doing it. You're doing it so you can evolve. You're doing it so you can grow. You're doing it so you can be the best version of yourself. Keep that in mind as you continue this journey of self-improvement, as you continue to work hard, as you continue to go ghost and elevate your life. Sometimes you have to go ghost to elevate your life. You keep telling people your plans, I'm planning to go to the gym and work out. What can that do for you? Nobody else is going to keep you accountable. A lot of y'all want a gym partner. And then the gym partner start flaking on you. So I'm not saying sharing your goals is a bad thing or having a gym partner is a bad thing. I'm just saying that I don't want you guys to become dependent on these things. A lot of people are dependent on their gym partner to show up and motivate them. Why? You got to go to the gym because you know you got to go to the gym. It's important when you go ghost, man, you start to recognize, man, I haven't been giving myself the attention that I need to so I can elevate. I say that I love myself, but I don't practice self-discipline. I say that I love myself, but I'm not there for myself. Right? You have to be there for yourself. You say you love yourself, bro. That's self-discipline. That's showing up for yourself. That's all about being consistent. Being consistent for your goals and being consistent for your dreams. Sometimes you just got to go ghost because this environment that you're in right now and the people that you're hanging around right now is not going to help you elevate to the next level. Sometimes you just got to go ghost. You just got to leave the distractions. You just got to leave that environment. And it has to be you and God. And you're going to come out stronger. You're going to come out better. Sometimes you just got to do it. You know, I love going ghost, man. I love just focusing on the things that I love to do. I need it. Because I promise y'all, can't nobody do the work for me. Right? And if I don't love myself, it doesn't matter how much love somebody else gives me. Okay? I got to love myself first. I got to take care of myself. Right? Nobody can be disciplined for me. Nobody can be consistent for me. These are things that I need to do for me. And the problem is when we don't go ghost, we like to put these things on other people. Oh, it's so-and-so's fault. Right? When we're not going ghost from time to time, we like to point fingers and say, it's that person's fault why my life looks the way it does. Instead of taking full accountability and responsibility for the way that our life looks. But when you go ghost, it's all on you. You're focused on your life, so you realize that this is your life. You're responsible for your life. You have to be accountable for your life. You realize that you can't depend on the gym partner to get the work done. You have to go to the gym. You have to want it bad. You have to go out there and put the work in. You have to want to take those 10,000 steps a day, 20,000 steps a day, whatever it is. You have to want to do those things, man. You. Nobody else can do it for you. Nobody else. You start to realize that once you go ghost. Once you go ghost, you realize you have to show up for you. You have to put the work in for your life. You have to do what's best for you. And I'm telling y'all, the problem is a lot of us are not doing that. A lot of us, we're waiting on other people to help us out, to bail us out, to inspire us, to motivate us. We got to have that fire within ourselves. We got to motivate ourselves. We got to wake up.
I'm this, I wasn't born that way.
I'm stuck, I'm in a rut.
I wasn't born here, this. You can't be lost in life when you're this young. I'm a female, I'm an immigrant, I'm a minority, I'm transgender. Excuses, reality. The problem is, nobody cares. Your lack of patience is killing you. It's slowing you down on everybody else. Your need of things is killing you. You don't need a fucking watch, you don't need a fucking whip. You need to be happy. Because happiness drives everything. You're not lost in life, you're just early in the process. Everybody's trying to prove something so early. Do you fucking wrap your head around not giving a fuck about any advancement to your 29? Please, whatever it takes, call your grandmother, go to your great grandfather's burial spot, go back to the old country, go to a shelter, do something. Do something that recalibrates your perspective on what is actually going on here. Every person in here fucking won the lotto. You won. Way too many people have made decisions without ever trying. Everybody's judging themselves way too early. You can literally do 4 different things over the next 2 years, 6 months at a time to figure out everything that you think you might like, you should try to do. Doing something around passion is very similar to love. You're blinded because you like it. It's not rational. It's not rational. The number one reason I push patience, man, patience. Everybody's looking up to audit themselves where they are now, is because patience will give you the air cover to take risks. Time is your asset. What I would do is gather as many experiences as possible. The one thing a 20-year-old has over me is 20 fucking years. Get the fuck out of the machine for a second and think about what you're doing here. You get optimism and patience, you're fucking off to the fucking races. The 99% that achieve are willing to sacrifice, be persistent, put in disproportionate work, and think in 50-year terms, not 50-day terms. Just close your eyes until you're 29. Just close your eyes until you're 29. Because when you see regret in a man's eyes, it's fucking painful because you can't do shit about it. When you're 90 and you're not mobile and you're tired and it's over, you can't do it. You can't do it. You can't build that company you wanted. You can't spend that time with your kid. It's regret. Yeah. And it fucking drives the shit out of me. Look, I think failure has to be quantified. If you fail that you never can get up from it again, that's not a good failure. I think failure and adversity are the 2 things I think about. For me, as an entrepreneur and very entrepreneurial and always in my own stuff, all the failures along the way, even going back to like the baseball card show when I was 13 and I paid $400 for a table and nobody showed up to that baseball card show. That was a learning lesson. Those micro failures were super, super important. I think, it depends on your stomach, right? Like if you really fail, like go out of business, I think people take one of 2 ways, right? They're like just finished and they're never able to get off the mat and they go in a different direction. So to me, I think quantifying the failure is important to me. They gotta change, you gotta evolve. Like Madonna did it right. She reinvented herself 14 times. That's why she had a long career. You've gotta reinvent yourself. Let's talk about sports. When you're the best athlete and you're like the guy and you're like one of the top 15 players, Draymond Green, he's my buddy. Draymond really worked on his game every off season. Ricky Rubio, the flashy point guard from Minnesota, if he developed his outside shot, he would have been a much bigger player. He had all the passing skills, the quickness, he's got everything. If instead of going to Ibiza and fucking chicks in the off season, he worked on his 18-foot jumper, he'd be in the game. If you have ambition, your actions have to match that. And too many people are just like not putting in the work. Their mouth is way ahead of their fucking, actions. Like, really? You're gonna be the greatest NBA player of all time? Why? Because you think you got a little handle on the weekends? You need to shoot 15,000 free throws before school every day. expect? What did you do from Friday 5 p.m. until Monday 7 a.m.? I'm just curious, like, and I don't think you shouldn't have a weekend, but I think everybody's ambition actually is more predicated on their actions than their words. My friends tell me all the time they're so ambitious, and I'm like, if that's true, then you punt leisure, and you punt concerts at Jones Beach, and you work. I realized what's going on here. One life. I realized that I'm living like this is our only at bat, and most of you aren't. People fucking walking around here like they're coming back. People fucking walking around here like they're coming back. You're not coming back. Well, listen, I don't want to impose my beliefs on others. Maybe you believe you're coming back. I believe you're coming back as a tree, or a flower pot, or D-Rock sneakers. And that blows compared to being a human. And so I'm acting that way. I'm acting that way.
Your first video got how many views?
30, 75. I mean, like, you know, nobody watched. Right, so like when I get emails, which I get 50 of them a day for entrepreneurs, I'm like, hey, like I know you always talk about patience, like I've been doing this, it's not working, traction, should I give up and do something else? Inevitably I'll email back and be like, how long have you been doing it? Oh, 4 months. And I'm like, fuck you. You know, like you want this to be your life and you're giving up after 4 months? Are you out of your mind? Patience is grossly underestimated. You know, I was very successful, my wine business is growing. Now I start doing this show and spending all my time trying to promote this show. And the sales of Wine Library start flattening out because I was the engine. The show wasn't getting watched, but I knew this was wrong.